Hey, what's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to walk you through the brand new Grow Games app. First thing you need to do is download it. It's available on iOS and Android, so let's open it up and take a look. All right, first thing you're going to see is an invite code screen. Here's what we're doing. This is just the beta version, which means this is like the testing version. We've got it to a pretty good place. I feel good about it, but we have not tested it on like a wide scale yet. So what we're asking for you guys of the stuff you can use, youth pastor, kids pastor, communities, to help us test this. Okay, so first thing you're going to need to do is put in an invite code to get access. And so the first 50 people that use the invite code GROW, they will get in. And then from then, you're going to need to get an invite code from somebody who's already in. So once you're in the app, it gives you 3 invite codes to share with other people. Please, as a part of this early access, we are requesting that you share those codes in Facebook groups or through people you know, maybe on your church staff or volunteers you have. Like, we basically want as many people to test this as possible, but we want to kind of control it through invite codes. So the first 50 people who use GROW as the invite code get in. Once that runs out, it'll no longer be eligible and it won't let you in. So you're going to need to get an invite code from somebody else. So I'm going to go ahead. Now we're down to 49, the first 49 people. All right, so go ahead and log in. And if you don't already have an account, you're going to have to create one. Allow notifications. All right, so the first thing you're going to see when you open the app is what we call the games home screen. You've got a little search bar up top, which will allow you to search for games. Currently, you can only search by title, but I'm already amending that. I've got the developers working on it, so you can search by title, by tag, and by anything that's in the game description. So if you're looking for like plungers, it doesn't have to be in the title. It could be a tag with plungers, or it could be in the description somewhere where it says plungers, where you're going to need plungers. So we've got the search, which is going to be updated soon to give you more detailed search results. We've got these, what I call category boxes, these dark boxes right here. And these are just categories that are more common, things you might be searching for. So upfront games, screen games, social distancing games, Bible games, all play teams, outdoor. And these are just some of the more popular ones we chose to feature here, but there's literally up to like hundreds of categories could be in here. And I'm going to show you how to access those. And then we've got the little number of games in our library. Okay, so right now we have 503 games at the time of me recording this, and that number's only going to go up. So these are not like quick games that we put together. These are games that have been written, edited, tested by real church leaders and real ministries all around the world, really. So these are high quality games. All of them come with editable screen graphics. So every game comes with Photoshop documents if you want to actually edit the graphics that come with it. And you can sort the games however you want on this front page. So it sorts by random by default, just so you get a different game every time you open the app. But you can search by or sort by most viewed, most reviewed, highest rated, newest first, alphabetical, however you want. And then as you scroll down, you'll just see there's basically, you can scroll through all 503 games. But let's just say you find one you like, okay? A fishy slip and slide. And you can see the tags on there. So every game on this homepage you're going to see has the game image. You're going to see what the game image looks like, the title, a little snippet of the description. So the first, couple sentences of the description, and then the tags. And so we've got food, messy, teenagers, under 10 minutes, and upfront. So those are what the games are currently tagged with. None of the games pretty much are rated yet because we don't have any users rating them. So please get in there and rate and review these games to help us and help future users be able to find the games that are highly liked by everybody. And then also you have a little heart and a little checkbox. So if you put a heart, if you tap the heart, it means you like it, and you can just categorize games by if you like them or not. And if you hit the little checkbox, I am using that as played or unplayed. All right, so if you play the game, go ahead and hit the checkbox because you can always search back because there's going to be hundreds and hundreds, probably over 1,000 games pretty soon. And so you're going to want to know if you've played these games or not. It's going to be easy to not remember. So, and I would give a review every time you play a game too. That way you can take notes, and there's actually a note section. But let's just get into the game, okay? So, but that's what those mean. You've got the heart if you liked it, and you've got the checkbox if you played it. Now let's click the game and go into it. So here's what it looks like once you're inside the game. All right, it's going to give you the title, the rating, and then again, the heart and the checkbox. So you can easily check a game if you play it or like it. It's got the title image, the description, download slides. That's actually going to take you to a Dropbox folder where you can download the slides. So we did that instead of downloading them directly to your phone because sometimes it's not easy to open like Photoshop documents on your phone, and it's better just to have a link to a Dropbox folder. Then you can send it straight to your computer or wherever you do your editing. So that's what that looks like. We have sections on here, what to get, and there's links to things, right? So if we have like links to certain items on Amazon or on the internet somewhere, we'll link to it to help you find it. What to prep. So every single game is going to have the same outline. It's going to be description, download slides, what to get, what to prep, how to play, filters, and creators. Okay. And you'll notice that there is a little edit button next to filters. And that's so if you want to tag this with something else, let's just say, okay, so I created a custom one, MS for middle school. So you could do that. If you want to add a high school one, you could do an HS, add it. You could basically tag it with whatever you want, and they're saved in your phone. So since you're logged in, it saves all your data. And actually, I didn't even mention this, there's also a web version of this too. So if you're on your laptop or your desktop, you can access this on the internet at games.stuffyoucanuse.org. So you can log in there, and all of your custom content that you're creating on the app is going to be saved on the web version too. So you can, once you tag it with your own filters, now you're going to see those show up. So you see you got the little MS and the little HS down below. Those are my custom filters. That's only going to show up on my phone and not in anybody else's account. So the ones that are there by default, everybody sees. The ones that you add are just for you. So that's a cool little thing. And then at the bottom, rate this game. You can go in there and rate it. And as you're doing that, there's a place to add images and videos. And so I highly encourage everybody to, take videos of when you're playing the game. People want to see you play the game, and they want to hear your review of it. So please, as a part of the Grow Games community, I encourage you to do that to make this app as useful and helpful and practical as possible, and then add notes. So if you want to add your own notes, I'm just going to say Kenny's notes and save it. And now there's going to be an added section, notes, Kenny's notes. So you can add your own personal notes. And again, this is only going to be seen by you and not by anybody else. So you have like this really cool custom ability of this app where you could add your own notes, add your own filters. And then of course, if you want to share it, we've got a little share button up top here, and you can share that with a friend, let them know what's going on. But let's go back to the home page, and I'm going to click on this little filter icon up top. Okay, so now we're on this filter page where you can filter by a whole bunch of stuff. So we have what we call like our popular filters. Those are the ones in the dark boxes: all play, teams, upfront, screen games, outdoor, Bible, social distance. And then you can filter by played, unplayed, or user created. So that's basically games that you create. And we haven't even talked about that, but you can create your own games, and we're going to get there in a minute. And then there's all sorts of other filters. So there's the custom ones that you can add. And then there's a bunch that are in here that we've just been tagging games with. But more popular tags like screen games, these are all games that come with editable screen graphics, and they're screen games completely free. So these games, you're usually buying them on other websites for like $5-10, whatever. We are going to be adding more and more until I think we already have a couple hundred screen games in here, and we plan on adding way more. I want a library huge of screen games, and we're adding new ones all the time. And some games that we just added, which are super fun, that are screen games, are these The Bible is Funny. I don't know if you've ever seen the Instagram account, The Bible is Funny, but they've got really funny memes they pair with Bible verses, and it's just a really fun game. So I highly recommend checking out those games. Okay, second thing in this app are icebreakers. And now icebreakers are like conversation starters, okay? And if you click the filter up top, you'll see the categories that we have so far. We've got things called dad jokes, pick your top three, would you rather, in your opinion, deep thoughts, get to know you, trivia, agree or disagree, all different kinds of conversation starters. And so let's just hit break the ice. And what's going to happen is going to randomly generate one. Okay, agree or disagree. Money can buy happiness. All right. And so now in your small group or wherever you are, you can have this conversation. And so it's just like a little icebreaker conversation starter. Money can buy happiness. Talk it out. Can it? Can it not? Great segue into some like deeper conversations. All right. We're going to break the ice again. And to get to know you, if you were a cereal box character, who would you be? All right, so just fun questions, conversation starters, things to get kids talking. Those are what icebreakers are all about. You can, like I said, filter just the ones you want, or you could add your own or favorite them. And let's talk about adding your own, okay? So when we click add new, we've got two options, add a game or add an icebreaker. Pretty much very similar processes. Let's go ahead and add a game. You can add the title. So I'm going to put Kenny's game. You can add images, videos, a description. So you can go ahead and get in here, type your description, hit next. Okay, it wants you to do at least one image. So let's just open up the camera, take a picture of what we got going on here, use it. All right, there's our image. And then they already have the outline ready for you. So what to get, what to prep, how to play, pro tips, and creators. Go ahead and put that stuff in here. Any games that you add will not be added to the public library. So these are just games for you. Now, our team is going to look at all the games that people are adding and then reach out to you if we find games that we like and say, hey, would it be cool if we add this to the public library? But at the moment when you add these, they will not be added to the public library, and they won't be unless you give us permission to do so. So we're going to hit next, and then you can add filters. You can assign filters to it, so whatever filters you want, your custom ones, you can add new. You can assign them to the popular filters, so anytime you look for like an upfront game, it'll include your game along with all the other upfront games in the library. So, whatever, we'll just add that. Cool. All right. So you can see these are some games that I've added. We've got Kenny's game, we've got a new game, and then you can click into it and it's basically set up just like a normal game. All right. And then another thing, since I'm on this account screen, this is where you can find your invite codes. So there you got a bunch of them. You can find profile, my game. So these are all the games you've added. If you just want to look at your games, you could look at the games that you've played. So any games that you've marked as played. You can look at my notes, so any notes that you've added to any games, my icebreakers, any icebreakers you've added, filters, any custom filters. So, I've added 3 filters, and you can look at the games that you've added custom filters to. My favorites, so games and icebreakers that you favorited, if you just want to look at those. Contact us if you want to get in touch, and highly recommend if you find any bugs, please contact us, let us know. If there's any ideas you have on how to improve this app, please let us know, and then log out if you want to. So that's how you add a game. And then let's look at add an icebreaker, same thing, assign the filter. All right, let's do a dad joke, and then you just type in your icebreaker there, hit save, and now that icebreaker is added to the icebreakers in the app, and just for you. So no one else is going to see them, just you. All right. Last thing I want to talk about are tools. So these are game tools that are built in the app. So for instance, we have things like stopwatches, and if you turn it sideways, it basically takes off a lot of the extra text and other tools, just like the things you need to make it work. So you can mirror this on your screen. So if you wanted to put a stopwatch on the screen, we have one built in that looks pretty clean. So that's what the stopwatch is all about. Chess clock. Okay, I don't know if you've ever used a chess clock before, but we have settings you can change the amount of time. But you tap to start, and then one side starts counting down. So this is like if you're going head to head. So imagine if you're playing chess, you like make your move, then you tap, and then the next person goes. And then they make their move and they tap, and the next person goes, and you keep doing it. And so, like, if you have a game, and we're going to make some games that specifically use chess clocks, but it's a really cool added feature in the app. I'm pretty excited about the chess clock. All right, another tool I'm super excited about are scoreboards, and let's check this out. So in the app, you can create your own scoreboards. So I'm going to type in our first team name. We're going to do boys versus girls. All right, so we got the boys, we've got the girls, and now, and if you turn it sideways, you'll see it kind of eliminates everything. So if you just want to put this on the screen, boys versus girls, you can, but every time they score a point, you could just tap the plus or the minus, and it'll take points away or for the team. And so basically, you could have as many scoreboards as you want. You can have as many teams as you want. So let's say we wanted to have leaders. You can add leaders. So now we got boys, girls, leaders, and you can save your scoreboard. So let's go ahead and save it as, oh, it's a little finicky. We'll make sure we let the developer know that. Save scoreboard. So we'll just call it 9 a.m. So this is for our 9 a.m. service. I'm going to save it. And now anytime you want to go check out your scoreboards, you can look them up, you can load them. And so let's see, it's already loaded because it's the only one we had, but you just hit load scoreboard and you can choose the one you want, 9 a.m. and there it is. And you can keep track of score over multiple weeks if you want. So that's why we let you save them, load them. You can keep them forever, have as many scoreboards as you want. So just a cool little functionality, and you turn it sideways and it's nice and clean so you can share it on your screen in your environment. So, all right, those are scoreboards. Finger chooser, this is another cool one. You may have seen other apps that do this. Basically, I saw this and I was like, wow, I want to put this in the Grow Games app. And so let's say you're in a small group or you want to choose somebody to go first or to pray or to read or to do whatever. Everyone puts their finger on a screen. So you've got multiple fingers on the screen and then it's going to choose one, okay? So that finger was chosen, and just a fun way, everyone put your finger on the screen, way to choose people. All right, random number generators. You can basically do whatever numbers you want. Let's just say we want to have this 1 through 25. And you could click do not repeat if you want and generate the number. And it's just going to randomly pick a number between 1 and 25, 15, and it's got a little history down there. So, you know, if you're keeping track of what numbers have been picked, whatever. And then if you turn it sideways, if you want to do it in your environment, same thing, nice and clean. Just click it, and it's just a number generator you can put on your screen. So there you go, random numbers, and of course, random names. So you could put different people's names in there. Kenny, let's go ahead and add another one, L. And let's go ahead and pick one. So generate name. Who's it going to be? It is Kenny. Oh, like it. All right, let's try it again. L, the only other option. So just a fun way to generate names right in the app. So we're trying to include as many tools as possible you're going to need for games right in the app here. And then you have a wheel. You could use this as a prize wheel. You could also use this as like just choosing somebody's name if you want something a little more exciting. But let's go ahead and put prize 1, and then we'll add prize 2, and we'll just add prize 3. All right, and then spin the wheel, and you can see there's the wheel. It spins, and it lands on prize 1. All right, so there you go. So just a cool little prize wheel, and you can put, I don't know, a bunch of prizes. We might have limited it to like 12 or something, but you can add a whole bunch of prizes to the wheel. You can save the wheel. So if you want to have multiple different prize wheels for different ministries you do or different small groups or whatever, you can have different prize wheels. So that's that. And then polling. So here's another cool one. You can type your question. Okay, so let's say Coke or Pepsi could be your question. Whoops. Okay. And then, okay, so that's the question, and then you have to add answers. So answer number 1 would be Coke. All right. And then answer number 2 would be Pepsi. All right, and so what you do then, so you kind of put your question, then you put your answers, and then you hit start. And as you go around the room and you survey students or leaders or whoever, you can just hit one and it'll light up green every time you add one. Okay, so you can just do this. You just ask people, you go around Coke or Pepsi, and you keep doing it, keep adding up the votes. We'll see. I'm just going to put a bunch for Pepsi because you know Pepsi's better than Coke, people. All right, and we're going to view results. Boom, there you go. 23% Coke, 76% Pepsi. And if you want to put this on your screen, you can turn it sideways and just mirror this onto your screen in your environment. And it works like, all right, so there you go. So let's go back. I think that was it for the tools for now. Yep. So if you have other ideas for tools, let us know. We want to add a lot of useful things to this app. So guys, there's a whole bunch of games in here. Check them out. There are a whole bunch of icebreakers. Check them out. You can add your own games, add your own icebreakers, use the game tools, and please don't forget to share your invite codes. When you hit accounts and go up to invite codes, it's going to give you the codes that you can share with people. So please share those with other people. Let's get this app into the hands of as many people as we can that want to test this, add their own games. Guys, get in there, add games, rate and review games. Give us a rating and review in the app store that you use. That will allow other people to find the app too. All right, guys, this app is 100% free and it always will be. We are just trying to create tools that are helpful and useful and practical for ministry leaders. So hopefully you enjoy it. Please leave comments on Facebook in this post if you have questions. Hit us up in the contact area when you go to accounts, and then contact us if you have any tips for us, any bugs that you find, any ideas you want to share. We want to hear it. We want to make this app as good as we possibly can. We're already at 503 games, and we will be adding more and more games every single day, every single week, every single month. Hopefully, every time you open this app, there will be more games available for you to check out. So, all right, talk to you later. See ya.